Hello everyone. Welcome back to another episode of our entitled parents. In today's episode, Mom tries to cut in line at theme park and leaves after one ride. My dad left me over text. My father thinks I should do everything for him. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. Mom tries to cut in line at theme park and leaves after one ride. This all started in the morning when we woke up at 4:30 a.m. in order to go to Universal Studios Florida. And when we get there, we get through security and we wait to get into the park. But when we get to the line for early entry, another family is in front of us and they are taking a minute, but then my mom gets mad and tries to cut them, and when they get denied by the person, she walks off complaining to my father the entire time on the way to the ride. When we get to the ride, we get on it just fine and it goes well, but after she gets off, she is just saying she wants to go home immediately because her hair got slightly wet, and even though we plan to stay all day, she just wants to go home. On the way to the car, I asked to get some water in a cup for free because they have that there, and she says no because she needs to get home so fast, so I end up being thirsty on the way home, and I'm currently in the car right now writing this. Sorry if this isn't the right subreddit for this. Sorry you're stuck with a mom like that. Maybe you can leave her at home next time. I hope you have annual passes, otherwise that was one expensive ride. And yes, leave mom home next time. Yeah, we have annual passes, so we can probably go again next week, and they are saying they just won't go on the intense rides next time, so hopefully it's better next time. They still want to come for the food there. For Mother's Day, get her a Universal Studios shower cap. My dad left me over text. So for reference, my F15, dad, M54, messaged me today saying bye forever, with no reasoning except that I don't speak to him. I do actually speak to him, but not very often, but as he constantly states I am just a child, and therefore L shouldn't be expected to reach out as he is the parent. Yet he expects me to, and if you knew him, you would know he wanted some big reaction out of him saying bye forever. My parents split up when I was 4, and the court ruled for me to live at my mom's due to my dad's abusive nature. However, when he went through therapy, I started to visit more often after having to have supervised visits in a specific location. While I do love my dad and it did hurt that he had done this, I think it was for the better, as he constantly calls me fat, I'm underweight, is verbally abusive, and even threatened to stab me. I am just confused that he expected me to beg for him to not leave my life when he treats me like this. He only fought for me in a court case because my older sister, his favorite, said she would leave if he didn't. Yet he wants me to do it for him. I'm sorry if this doesn't fit with the subreddit, but I think this entitled ID love to hear people's opinions on the situation. I'm so sorry you don't have the dad you deserve. Please feel free to accept a hug from this internet grandma. Hang in there. I will gladly accept that hug, thank you. I'm sorry that you have a dad like this. This is not your fault, and you are doing well. It's gonna be okay. Thank you so much for the kind words. Sounds like therapy didn't work, and he is doing this for attention. I would silence this call so they still come through, but you don't have to deal with them and show your mom. You need to let family know what he is doing. People do this for attention or right before something is going to happen. Good luck. Therapy very clearly did not work as well as the court thinks it did. I'm so sorry you're going through this. You deserve a better dad. Thank you for being so kind. My father thinks I should do everything for him. I, 25F, moved back home a while ago because of some issues I was dealing with, but being back in my family home has been a nightmare. My father was the main reason I left the house years ago. I kept minimal contact after a while, and I really thought he had turned a new leaf and changed. I thought everything was going to be okay. I have to bring him his tea every 2/3 hours, Pick up his dirty plates and cups from the basement. Bring him his snacks, his meals, his juice, his medication, anything you can name. When I bring him his food, he complains and says I gave him too much. Why would I do that? I'm starting to get very overwhelmed and stressed out, as well as feeling sad for myself every day. I also cook and clean for him and the rest of my family. When he calls me or tells me to do something, he repeats that same thing about 3/4 times, and it really gets on my nerves. My dad is constantly asking for money 24/7 because he claims he is broke. I can't go anywhere past midnight. If I leave at any time of day, it's followed up by, "Where are you going? Why are you going outside? What is there for you to do out there? Come back early so you can help me. I'm tired and exhausted." My sister recently left, and all he can do is badmouth her, and has stated that if she does not come to see her father, she will burn in hell. I'm planning to leave after this in less than a week to a relative's house. My dad installed cameras in the house as well and checks them religiously to see what time we leave, what time we arrive, and I have a lot of items to transport, and I'm worried what he's going to think or do if he sees me. Also, I need to mention that if I say no or I don't agree with what he is saying, I'm quote-unquote disrespecting my father, and I should get out of his face. I had to take out my piercings because of him. Couldn't have braids in for long. He says they're fine, but whenever he sees me with them, he tells me over and over again to take them out and that it looks ugly. I try to stick up for myself as best I can, but he's conditioned me to believe that I'm the one who should act like a second parent and bow down to him and be grateful. I've been losing weight, and he always watches me eat my food or else me and him will quote-unquote fight. Please excuse my grammar, but thank you for taking the time to read. I'm so sorry that your dad treats you like this. You deserve to be treated so much better. Don't be surprised when he badmouths you after you leave, like he does with sister. I hope that you never have to return. I wish you all the best. Thank you so much for your response. I've been reading that sub all day. I'm already mentally preparing myself for when he does badmouth me. Honestly, it's not going to be a surprise. I hope your night or day goes splendidly. Glad to hear you're getting out. He'll probably end up sat alone in a filthy house, blaming everyone but himself for the fact that he has to get off his ass and get his own food and meds. I feel sorry for you that you got a narcissist for a father. Such people deserve to be left in retirement homes so that they ask themselves why people don't visit, and the loneliness will maybe cause him to turn over a leaf. Take a bunch of friends and move things very quickly. Don't do it alone. And give him some excuse about why you have to move immediately, maybe due to some new project or work or something. But move right away. Don't stay there alone post telling him you are leaving, because you never know how bad it can get with a narcissist parent. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and we will see you in the next video.